I love Janet. I learned a lot from her. She came already as a coach. She was doing some coaching, and she wanted to just expand her education in the coaching field, and so she came on board. But this lady right here is a phenomenal lady that I've learned a lot about, and so I learned a lot from and about. And so I just want to welcome to the podium Janet Trevino.
Hello. So I'm Janet Trevino, and I, for the most part, people know me as being a touch practitioner. So I touch people. And sometimes it's also about not touching people, right? So when you're working with people and they have all this stuff on their bodies and they're trying to figure out like how to navigate the world, where people are either touching them when they don't want to be touched, or they need touch and they don't know how to do it. That's why people come to me. And I do some coaching, right? People would ask me like, well, I have issues with my life. Can we talk about it? And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. But I knew that I wanted more. I wanted to have a broader understanding of tools. I wanted to have, I'm going to be honest, I wanted to have the name. Because in our world, sometimes to say like, I'm certified, I went to a training, I have a class. I have somebody who knows me, who can vouch for me, that knows that I can do this work. So I jumped in, and as much as I received, I gave, because I think that together we can learn from each other. And that was one of the things that Miss Donna was really big about, is like, this isn't just me teaching you, but we teach each other through our lives, through our work, what we do, the CNA stuff, like whatever it is that we're doing in the world. Who we are is enough. Like, we have already all the things that we need. Sometimes we just need a few more things. And so what I noticed, not only did this happen in our training, but it also happens with our clients. We don't come with the answers. If anybody comes to you and tells you that you need to do A, B, or C, know that that is the least effective way to get someone to change. Right. The most powerful way is to just, like Natalie said, ask a question and wait. And just kind of sit back and be like, what's there? Be curious about people's lives. And I think I really appreciate getting that very clear teaching with Miss Donna around allowing people to discover themselves on their own. We were just kind of there to hold the space, right? Like, create the boundaries and maybe ask a question that maybe they hadn't thought of before. So that's first. I mean, I think if anything, I became less, and I really support them in becoming more, which, if you know me, that's kind of hard. I'm all about me. But because I'm all about me, I also can encourage people to be all about them. Yes. And that's what we need more of in the world. And those youngsters out there, I realize we have some young people, and I have some young kids in my life. It's hard because everyone's telling you that you need to shut up or be quiet or whatever. Like, I think with our kids, you need to be less, because kids are already a lot, right? But really also doing this with our kids, not just with adults. The next thing that I thought was really cool, which I appreciate, and I use this with most of my clients, is the use of metaphors. That was really fun. And to like ask someone like, so okay, you're struggling right now at work. Well, what's that like? And just yesterday I had a client say, it's like, I ruined everything in my life. I'm like, what's that like? He said, it's like I'm in the middle, like the bottom story of a house that I burnt down. And he went and described this house that he started on fire. I'm like, so what do? I mean, there's a mess. He goes, well, I need to clean it up. I burned the whole house down. That's good. I'm like, okay, so what does clean up look like? And just something like getting people to think outside of get out of their heads and think of outside of themselves and see themselves in a way that, again, we would know what to do. If this building next door fell down, what would we do? Well, we call this person and we get support, and then maybe we'd help with cleanup. And we kind of know what to do when the mess is outside of us. Mm-hmm. It's so much harder to know what to do when the mess is inside of us. And that was really great. We practiced this, and we had chances with Natalie and Amanda and Miss Donna. We would practice these skills with each other, and we used them on each other. The presentation that, like, Natalie had grief, I chose one. It was anger. And honestly, like, I'll tell you, I'm pretty arrogant sometimes. I think I know everything about this. I got this. or at least they've heard it, like, right? So nothing was going to surprise me, but I was shocked. It did surprise me. The things that I learned, something as simple like, if you are expressing anger, if you don't have anger in your life, you have an anger issue. So, or if you're expressing a lot of anger, right? Like there's this balance. And so I realized in myself that I am irritated with people and myself a lot. I have an anger issue that I have not addressed. I have not gotten clear on what's okay, what's not okay for me. I don't always have clear boundaries with people. I get irritated, but I don't know how to deal with like making sure I have boundaries that take care of me. And so with the presentation, I learned about that myself, about creating clarity around myself. And I think that's, pretty much it. It was a great 10 weeks. I don't even know how many weeks we ended up.
10 weeks total.
Where we, learned and sat and practiced with each other. And I tell you, every time I have a coaching session with a client, I use one of the skills. And ultimately, the biggest skill is getting out of the way. Stepping away and letting the client and taking the time, even if it's an awkward long pause where there's like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna sit here and wait until we find an answer because it's there. But it's about believing in yourself and finding it. So thank you.
That's so wonderful. And it's always something, because you never know. When we began to communicate with another person, we never know what's going on in their psyche. We never know how they're perceiving what they're being taught. We never know if they're receiving what is being taught. And so today, once again, I'm always elated by how they take the information for themselves and they're able to matriculate it up into whatever they need at that time, whether it's with coaching clients or whether it's with their profession. However that works, and mainly being a coach is one thing, but becoming a coach is something different.